Is your kitchen always a mess? Do you usually have dishes piled up in the sink? One solution to this problem might be to stop using your dishwasher. Here's why. So, recently, my dishwasher stopped draining. So, I didn't have a dishwasher for honestly about 2 weeks. And it was eye-opening. Usually, when I went to use the dishwasher, I would only fill up the dishwasher with as many dishes that could fit. And I would leave whatever dishes I had left out in the sink because usually the dishes were just so overwhelming that I just didn't have the mental capacity to finish them all. I would just put whatever was left in the sink or leave them on the counter stacked neatly, and I would go about cleaning the rest of the kitchen. Or I might not touch the rest of the kitchen at all because it took me so long to scrape all the food and scrub dishes, and I would just be too tired. But being forced to hand wash my dishes really changed my thoughts about using my dishwasher. So the first reason is that unloading the dishwasher is a hassle. At least for me it is, and I think that for a lot of people it's probably one of those chores that just you try to avoid at any cost. And with the dishwasher, you don't necessarily have to put the dishes away until you're ready to reload it. If you are a type A person and you have a routine down and you know that and you're used to unloading the dishwasher as soon as the dishwasher is done washing, and it's always ready to go, that's good for you. But for me, and I feel like for a lot of people like me who aren't naturally neat freaks, for lack of better terms, unloading the dishwasher is a chore, and it's one of those things that can stop you from keeping the dishes out of your sink. I also wanted to mention that filling the dishwasher also gives you an excuse to leave those dishes piled in the sink that didn't fit. It's like, oh, well, the dishwasher's full, I guess I'm done with dishes. Or at least that's how I usually think. But the reality is that the dishes aren't done, and that whatever food or whatever is on them is just hardening, and it's going to take me even longer to do the rest of the dishes later. Reason number 2 as to why you should not use your dishwasher if you are naturally a messy person or if you struggle to keep your kitchen clean is that there's something that's just so satisfying about washing the dishes, rinsing them, drying them, and putting them away at the same time. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. And it's so quick to do. We put our dishes into the dishwasher. Some people don't wash them. Some people put them straight in. I personally don't trust the dishwasher to wash my dishes fully. So I always hand wash them anyway. So it's like I'm already doing half the work. And I'm literally just putting the dishes into the dishwasher to be rinsed, half dried, for me to only have to come back and dry them and put them away later. And it's almost like I'm not finishing the task completely because the chore didn't really get completely done. The dishes aren't in their end place, which is the cabinet. Hand washing your dishes provides that instant gratification. It provides that feeling that, okay, I've actually completed the dishes. The dishes are not sitting in the dishwasher. They're in their home. They're in their place. The third reason as to why you should not use your dishwasher, and this kind of jumps back to reason number 1, is that it keeps the dishes from piling up. Right when you cook a meal, start some hot soapy water, add a little bit of bleach, or don't. And just having that warm soapy water there, it motivates you to wash the dishes as you go. It keeps the dishes from piling up, and it makes them easier to clean the food off. And if you do this with every meal, doing dishes only takes 5 to 10 minutes, from the washing to the rinsing to the drying to putting up, all of it. 5 to 10 minutes. Even if you only wash one time a day, it still, to me, is a lot faster and a lot simpler than loading your dishwasher, having to wait 2 to 4 hours, and then have to dry and put them away. The fourth thing I wanted to mention is that the hot soapy water also allows you to clean the rest of your kitchen. So having that sink filled with hot soapy water that's just ready to go, it allows you to, after you're done doing the dishes, then take your rag and wipe down the rest of the kitchen. It's a trickle down effect. And for me, this just it just triggers something in my mind. It's like, okay, I've just did the dishes. Oh, I have this water, why waste it? I can then wipe down my countertops. I can wipe down my table. It's like if you give a mouse a cookie. And it's just that trickle down effect for me, and it helps motivate me to keep my kitchen and also the rest of my house clean, because it clears that mental space that, oh, I have to do the dishes now. It takes that away, because I know that the dishes aren't a chore that I have to worry about anymore, and it lets me focus on the rest of the house. So reason number 5 for not using your dishwasher is that it makes it more enjoyable for you to cook. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I cannot cook in a dirty kitchen. It absolutely drives me crazy. And unfortunately, my kitchen was always dirty. The sink was always full of dishes. So if you put 2 and 2 together, I just wasn't cooking that much, or I just dreaded every second of it because I'd have to clean before I cooked. Or, we'd be ordering out, and keeping the dishes put away, keeping them clean, not having that background thought that I have to do dishes later, it really just, it makes cooking more enjoyable, and it gives you more opportunity to cook. I also wanted to put a side note here that I know that using the dishwasher is beneficial, and that it helps you save water. It helps the planet to save water. And so maybe hand washing isn't a long-term solution, but if you're trying to get on some sort of routine, if you're trying to get used to not having dishes in your sink, if you're trying to get used to putting them away, I feel like this could be a stepping stone, something that you can do right now, just to get into the habit of putting your dishes away and keeping your sink clear. That way, when you do go back to using your dishwasher, you're more capable and you're more willing to unload the dishwasher. At this point in the video, you see that my kids are helping me dry and put away. They're still really small. They're 7 and under. And on this particular day, I didn't have them do it, but I have usually been having them rinse the dishes for me. And like one kid will rinse and one kid will dry, and my 3-year-old kind of just helps out here and there. But what I found is that little kids are very capable of helping with the dishes. So if you have children, if you have kids, older kids, whatever, have them help you, Eventually, my goal is to pass this chore on to them because it is really simple once they learn how to completely scrub the food off the dish. And there's going to be some protest, obviously, but I motivate them by saying, hey, you can't watch TV until this is done, you know. Have your kids help you out. That also makes it go a lot faster. Last thing I wanted to mention, I do my dishes in a certain order when I hand wash them. So after I start the water, I like to put all the silverware in to let them soak. And then I'll start with the cups and the bowls. And then I'll wash the plates and the bigger dishes. And I usually change the water out once or twice. But yeah, that was it for this video. If you found this video helpful at all in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.